So I think to begin with, the problem is many people have the notion, and the incorrect notion, that scholarships are a donation of money so that someone can go to a college and live their life, separate from the organization that gave them that scholarship. But with the Most Valuable Student Scholarship and the Legacy Awards, we're really trying to embody the idea that Elks don't just share, but Elks care. We're invested in these students' lives, where they're going, what they're doing in college, and what they're doing after, so that we can get them to share their story with us. We can share the story of the Elks with them. We can get them to give their time to community service through the Elks. And then eventually, after they graduate college, after they are working adults in the real world, they can join the Elks and then continue on that tradition and pay it forward to future kids who are also trying to go to college. And the difficulty of truly making that connection is that when you have all of these bright minds that are doing great things, one, they are already involved in many, many activities that are usually already doing community service-oriented things. But the other thing is that when they've seen these things, when they've helped all these people, they've been humbled by these experiences. And so Elk scholars are not going to be the types that are going to say, look at me, look at how great I am, I want you to experience my presence or anything. So when we receive an Elk scholarship, we're going to be very thankful and very humble and very to ourselves. We don't want to impose on the lodge, because I know for myself, I see my lodge in the community. They're cleaning up roads, they're in the schools, they're volunteering at the local library, they're in the volunteer fire department, the EMTs, and I know when I first won my scholarship, I was thankful, but I didn't know who to contact, because I didn't want to have to burden my lodge. I was already doing so much for my community just to say, hey, I want to meet you. In some ways, to me, that felt selfish. But I was invited into my lodge, and I did speak, and I did meet many people, and many wonderful people that I've kept in contact with since, and I've started talking to them about organizing a hoop shoot for my local area, because we hadn't been doing that before, and I really got involved that way. But just because of that dynamic with how scholarships usually work and the nature that scholars already have, it's difficult for us to really approach lodges, just because we already know you're doing so much, and we don't want to burden you with our presence at all. And that kind of seems naive, if anything. We know that we can help, but we don't know how. So a lot of times that initial connection, when we first win the scholarship, if somebody is to reach out to us and say, hey, we're really, really proud of you, we know that you're going to go far, we want to see you succeed in life, and we just want you to know that this lodge is your second home. If you ever need anything, if you just want to stop in to say, hey, if you want to help volunteer with something, let us know. And sometimes that first mention is all we really need to build a really strong personal connection. And then other times it could even just be the mention of, hey, this is happening, would you like to be a part of it? And we definitely would.